Welcome back to the deep dive. Ever pictured yourself just escaping, maybe exploring Portugal or Spain, properly experiencing it?
Feeling the sun, the wind, that kind of freedom.
Exactly. Well, today we're diving into how self-guided bike tours could be your key. We're looking specifically at cycling rentals.
Yeah, we've been digging through their website. They lay out quite a bit the bikes, the different holidays they offer.
Our mission really is to give you a clear picture of these self-guided options, what's actually available across Portugal and Spain through them.
It's like having the route planned and the bike ready, but, you're still in charge of the adventure, your own pace.
Okay, let's get into it. The first thing, obviously, is the bikes. You need the right wheels.
And they have quite a selection. Looks like 6 or 7 main types.
Right, they list a gravel bike, which, makes you think of those nice off-the-beaten-path routes, maybe through vineyards.
Definitely. Gravel's huge now. Then there's a light touring bike. Sounds like a solid choice for covering distance comfortably.
Yeah, your reliable option. And they specify hybrid men's and women's touring bikes, too. So comfort and stability seem key there.
That makes sense. Hybrids are usually a good all-rounder. And for the more rugged trails, a hardtail mountain bike.
So they're covering quite a few bases, plus road bikes for speed, and importantly, electric-assisted e-bikes.
That's, yes, the e-bike. That's a game changer for a lot of people, isn't it?
Totally. Tackling hills without, completely wiping yourself out. You can actually enjoy the view from the top.
It just makes these kinds of trips accessible to way more people, regardless of fitness level, which is great.
They also mention bicycle accessories and rental packs. They don't detail exactly what's in them, but
It implies they provide more than just the bike frame. Probably essentials like helmets, locks, maybe repair kits, things you wouldn't want to pack.
crucial stuff. And they mention bike size, too. Getting the right fit is, well, everything on a multi-day tour.
Absolutely essential for comfort. Okay,
Mhm.
so those are the bikes. But the real core seems to be these self-guided cycling holidays.
Yeah, let's pedal into Portugal first. They've got quite a list. Alentejo bike tour. Sounds nice and rural. Rolling hills, maybe.
Could be. Known for its wine, too, I think. Then the Algarve bike tour. That's the classic southern coast, right? Beaches, cliffs.
But probably more than just beaches. If you're on a bike, you can find those little hidden spots.
True. And they even have an Algarve gravel bike tour. So taking that exploration idea a bit further, maybe onto less paved tracks.
Interesting. And for something completely different, the Camino Portugues bike tour. That's the Portuguese route of the Santiago pilgrimage.
Experiencing a historic pilgrimage route by bike. That's a unique perspective. Covers more ground than walking, obviously.
Lets you see different sections, maybe stop in more towns along the way.
Definitely. What else in Portugal?
Okay, there's the Douro Valley bike tour. Famous wine region, those steep terraced vineyards. Imagine the views.
Oh, stunning. Probably some hills involved there, too, though.
Ah, yeah, maybe where the e-bike comes in handy again. Then the Eurovelo 1 Porto to Lisbon bike tour.
Ah, Eurovelo 1. That's part of that huge European cycle network. So a proper long-distance coastal route.
Exactly. Connects you to that bigger picture of cycling across Europe. And finally, the Rota Vicentina bike tour. That's down the southwest coast, isn't it? More wild Atlantic vibes.
Right. Known for being quite rugged and beautiful.
Mm.
So Portugal alone. You've got wine regions, coastlines, pilgrimage routes. It's incredibly varied.
It really shows how much diversity there is just within that one country and how biking lets you access it.
Okay, so what about Spain? Same kind of variety.
Looks like it. They list Alicante, Valencia, Costa Blanca bike tour. Sounds like classic Mediterranean cycling. Sun, sea.
Paella, maybe. And then the Andalusian Adventure Bike Tour. That suggests something deeper into the south, maybe culture, history.
Yeah, less purely coastal, perhaps. Flamenco and Moorish architecture territory, and of course the Camino de Santiago again.
Always popular. It's a big draw.
But here's what's interesting. They offer it as an 8-day and a 15-day bike tour in Spain.
Ah, so options depending on how much time you have
Yeah.
or how deep you want to go into the Camino experience. Smart.
Definitely caters to different schedules. Then there's a Catalonia-Girona bike tour.
Girona. That's like a huge cycling hub. Lots of pro cyclists train there. So targeting serious riders too.
Suggest they know their audience. And for mountain lovers, the Picos de Europa bike tour. Proper, challenging, beautiful mountain scenery there.
Right. So again, a real mix: coast, culture, pilgrimage, mountains. They seem to have covered the main Spanish regions well.
Now, the crucial bit is this self-guided concept. It's not a big group following a leader.
No, exactly. You're traveling independently, you set the pace, you decide when to stop for coffee or take that photo.
But, and this is the key benefit, Cycling Rentals handles the logistics. They sort out the bike hire, obviously.
And the accommodation. They mentioned bed and breakfasts or small hotels, so you've got a place waiting for you each evening.
Plus, suggested routes. So you're not totally lost. You have a plan, but it's flexible.
It's kind of the best of both worlds for people who like independence but maybe don't have time for all the fiddly planning, researching routes, booking hotels. It takes ages.
Yeah, it really does. And they say the tours are created by cyclists for cyclists, which hopefully means the routes are actually good to ride.
You'd assume so, right? They'd know about traffic, road surfaces, good places to stop. That
Yeah.
insider knowledge.
They also make a point about quality, saying the bikes and service on self-guided are the same as their guided tours.
That's important reassurance. And they stress the cost effectiveness. You're paying for the bike, the bed, the breakfast, the essentials.
Not the cost of a full-time guide and support van, presumably.
Exactly. And it saves you the massive hassle and expense of flying your own bike over, which can be, well, a nightmare.
Oh, definitely. Damage, airline fees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Avoid if possible.
It seems the Camino is a big focus for them, maybe their most popular offering. They have a whole section on Camino cycling holidays.
Yeah, and besides the specific tours, they list Camino touring packs, 7, 10, or 14 days, bundled with the bike rental, it looks like.
So another way to package it specifically for pilgrims on bikes, it shows they understand that specific market well.
Just touching on the practical stuff quickly, the website seems well-equipped. Book now, contacts, FAQs.
Yeah, and a directory of bike-friendly hotels, too. That's useful, even if you're not on one of their tours or want to add extra nights.
Good point. They also have an About Us section, mentions reviews, a blog, their environmental policy.
Standard stuff, but good to see. Transparency and things like terms and conditions, price list, privacy policy are all there.
You need that for peace of mind. And finally, just for context, Cycling Rentals is part of a bigger company, Cycling Through the Centuries.
Oh, okay.
And they're registered as a tour operator and travel agent in Portugal.
Right, so they're official. Adds that layer of credibility knowing they're regulated.
Definitely. So wrapping it all up, what we're seeing is a pretty comprehensive offering from Cycling Rentals, lots of choice in bikes.
And a really diverse range of these self-guided tours across Portugal and Spain. They seem to cater for different tastes, different fitness levels, different amounts of time.
They've basically done the hard prep work, giving you the bike, a bed, and a route, leaving you free to just, well, ride and explore.
Pretty appealing, yeah. Takes the stress out of planning a big cycling trip.
So the final thought for you listening, with all this variety, the different bikes, the routes from coastal paths to mountain peaks, pilgrimage trails to wine regions, which bit of Portugal or Spain is calling your name first for a two-wheeled adventure?
Yeah. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Tracing history on the Camino or maybe just cruising through sunny vineyards. Something to think about.
Absolutely. Until next time on The Deep Dive.